Hello everyone, Darren here, and on today's episode of WoTC Academy, we are going to be looking at and discussing commander builds for beginner players that are looking to set up crews for particular tank lines. Now, just want to be straight up frank here, these are very basic commander builds designed for players just starting out, and they follow the very basic idea of what the typical tank of that class is supposed to do. So, a commander for a tank destroyer line or a commander for a medium tank line. There's no specialist builds in this video. Now, in no way are these builds going to be viable for every tank, and these builds do not take into account specialist subclasses within those respective classes. And, of course, these builds may or may not be viable in Cold War. These are designed around World War II. But I plan on having a video on specific Cold War builds, hopefully soon. So with that out of the way, let's get started in these commander builds, starting with heavy tanks. So with heavy tanks, this build was made based on the very basic idea that heavy should be at the front line, dealing damage while taking the focus of the enemy off the rest of their teammates. And these skills are in no particular order. Born Leader, Sixth Sense, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Situational Awareness, Clutch Braking, Track Mechanic, and Run and Gun. Next up, we have the medium tanks. This build was made from the very basic idea that mediums support the heavies from the second line and act as flankers. The skills are going to be the following in no particular order. Born Leader, Sixth Sense, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Track Mechanic, Camo Expertise, and Situational Awareness. Next up, we have light tanks. This build was made from the very basic idea that lights are to charge ahead at the beginning of the game and throughout the game, spot the enemy team for their teammates to shoot at, and then also hunt down alone and low health tanks. The following skills are in no particular order. Born Leader, Sixth Sense, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Situational Awareness, Camo Expertise, Run and Gun, and Track Mechanic. Next up, we have Tank Destroyers. This build was made with the very basic idea that TDs sit at the back of the map or behind the first and second line and support their team from the rear. The following skills are in no particular order. Born Leader, Sixth Sense, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Muffled Shot, Situational Awareness, Camo Expertise, Silent Driving, and Snapshot. For our last commander build, we have an RD commander build. I don't have a description on the basic idea of these because RD is self-explanatory. The following skills are in no particular order. Born Leader, Sixth Sense, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Situational Awareness, Run and Gun, Camo Expertise, Supply Conservation, because you should be running food on an arty, but if you are not running food, use off-road driving instead. And lastly, Snapshot. That's going to do it for the commander builds. Like I said, these are very basic commander builds for beginning players, and in no way are these builds going to work on every tank. Like I said, there's specialist subclasses, there's sniping TDs and brawling TDs, and, there's builds for passive scouting and active scouting and a whole other plethora of subclasses. And not every tank is going to need the same commander build. Some will need unique builds. And we might cover those in a later video. That's going to do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you'd like to see a Cold War commander build for beginning players, please let me know in the comments of this video. But until next time, this has been Darren. of WoTC Academy.